back to American Textbook Reading. I'm Brian Stewart. Today, we're going to talk about some things that happen in the sky and why do those things happen. So, today, we're going to talk about day, night, and season. Are you ready for the topic about day, night, and season? So, today, we're going to talk about day, night, and season. It is always about day, night, and seasons. These seasons are all about winter, summer, spring, and fall. I'm just telling it crazily, but actually, in order, can you look at these? First, it's very hot and the leaves are very green. And also, it's a little cool. Here it's cold and here it's cool, cold, and hot. So this, in order, it will be spring, summer, fall, and winter. Winter, 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 winter. And also, seasons last for 3 years. If spring lasts for 3 years, it will be January, February, and March. That's whole spring. Summer also lasts 3 years. Summer will be April, May, and June. Spring will be January, February, and March. And summer will be just 3 years. So summer will be April, May, and June. Fall will be July, August, September, and finally, winter will be October, November, and December. And those are all the years that those seasons will be in. And now, as usual, we will start as the vocabulary. In the vocabulary, we will see the word axis, tilt, orbit, rotate, sunrise, and sunset. Also, in our mini quiz, we'll also do this, Earth's orbit around the sun. Here are why seasons are called. Earth always rotates in the same direction. Earth's rotation causes the seasons to change. Earth's rotation causes day and night. We also have how shadows change from morning, noon, and afternoon. See, these are all the same trees, but the shadows are different. In the morning, the shadows will be like this, but suddenly one will shrink and the other will shrink. In the noon, it will be a very small shadow, biggest tree. And in the afternoon, the sun will be very low. So, the shadows will be long again. And now, did you know that the axis is a very just like an imaginary line. It is an imaginary line outside in the space. So it's an imaginary line. It's a very imaginary line. So that's why you can see it very thin. You cannot see it from here, but if you shrink it closer, you can see the axis. So the Earth orbits the axis. Then we also have the word tilt. Tilt means to cause something to be in a sloping position. So what is a sloping position? A sloping position is like it slopes up and slopes down. So this is how it tilts. As the Earth tilts, it's like this. The Earth is like this. It tilts like this, tilts and tilts and tilts. But as the Earth, it tilts mean that it goes just like from my head down to my feet, to my back, to my upper back, and back to my head. That's when I tilt. But if you see the word rotate, it's like this. If I get this pen and then I turn it around, it is rotating. The pen is rotating like this. So as you see, when I turn the pen, it's rotating. But not the same for orbit. I mean tilt or rotate. We have the word orbit. Orbit means to move around something in a continuous curve. Like if I have a circle here, then I'm walking around. If I'm walking around, then suddenly I see danger ahead, I jump into the circle. So if I go like this is when I orbit the circle. I orbit the circle by going around it. Can you see it? So I orbit the circle in order to go around it like this. I orbit. Then we also have the word sunrise. Sunrise means that when the first time or when the morning starts. But the opposite of sunrise, as you know, of course you know, it is sunset. Sunrise is when here you can see the ocean. The sun from the ocean is coming up. Then here is the same ocean, but this ocean has the sun going down. This piece of light is the sun. This is also a little tiny piece of light. It is the sun when it sets. But actually, the sun does not move, but we move. We rotate around. So this is the sun. You rotate around. Then we do not face the sun, but we face the moon. Then, as we go like this, then at my place it will be night, and at your place it will be morning. So as this, my place will be in the morning and your place will be night. So now I've already told you about the mini quiz. Let's go to here. We'll go to here. Then I'll ask you the first question. Earth beep from the west to the east. So Earth what to the west to the east? As you know, Earth rotates from the west to the east. So like this. This is my east, this is my west. I rotate around, and now this is my east, this is my west. it's still the same. But like this is my east, this is my west. This is morning, this is night. This is my east, this is my west. But this is night, this is morning. So that's the word rotate. And then we have the word the beep goes through the center of the earth from the north to the south. So what is it? As you already know, look at here. The earth tilts. Or the earth orbits and goes to the center of the earth from north to south. And then in the next one, it will be as they got up early, they could see what? As they got up early, they can see the sunrise. It rises into the sky. But as the sun sets, it goes down to the ground. But actually, I just said to you that the sun does not move, but the earth moves. Now let's move on to the next question. Earth is in opposite directions during Earth be in the opposite directions during winter and summer. So look back at the vocabulary. Which word would you choose? Axis, tilt, orbit, rotate, sunrise, or sunset? Now that you know it is tilt, you write the word tilt in your blank. Earth beep in the opposite directions during the winter and the summer. Then, at the day's end, we often watch the view of the beep. What will fill the word beep? I'll turn the page here, and you can see it. As you know, you can see the sunset as it goes down to the ground. So you have some original like this. First, the earth rotates from the west to the east is one. The axis goes through the center of the earth from north to south. As they got up early, they could see the sunrise. Earth tilts in opposite directions during the winter and summer. At the day's very end, we often watch the view of the sunset, and it takes 1 year for Earth to orbit the sun. And now, look at this. Choose the correct season for each picture. So, look here. Can you see it? This is an example for you. As you know, this is spring, this is summer, this is fall, this is winter. So now, look at here. You can see the light one. So this light one is actually spring. In this light and in the next one, one of these on top here, this spring. Here is summer, here is fall, and here is winter. So you can choose this is spring. So you can choose this is spring. This light one, as you see here, this is spring, this is summer. So they're pointing towards this one. This one is a light. So now you choose summer. In here, you can see on top of here, it has light. So we only focus on this. This is green. And now, here it has at the very end. So what is it? It doesn't have the color for you to organize it, but you can also know because it's lit up right here. So right here, it's lit up right here. So it must be winter here. So this is spring, this is summer, this is fall, this is winter. And now I'll ask you some questions. The time in the evening when you last see the sun. What is it? Axis, tilt, orbit, rotate, sunrise or sunset? It is sunset. The line around which something turns. What is it? Its axis. To cause something to be in a sloping position. What is it? In a sloping position means that it's tilt. The time in the morning when you first see the sun. It is sunrise. To move around something in a continuous curving path. It is orbit. To turn the circular movement is rotate. Next, we have true and false questions. Earth spins in many directions. True or false? As you know, it is false. Earth spins only in one direction. If I rotate, I go like this. If I tilt, I go like this. So Earth doesn't go in similar directions. Like if the Earth is rotating, suddenly it stops and then tilts. How could that be? Well, it's not true. And besides, where does it get all that energy to do that? So you click on false. Then you have Earth's axis is in a real line. True or false? As you know, it is false. Earth's axis is an imaginary line. Because just like when you go at the solar system and you go, suddenly you crash into the axis. So it couldn't be true. And now, in the afternoon, shadows grow longer. True or false? As you know, in the afternoon, shadows do grow longer. So you click on true. Now let's move to the reading section. This is the reading section. First, maybe we'll just speak with it. But now, first, we're going to take a short break and come back and we'll do the speaking section. So, don't go away. And now, I am back. Blah, 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 blah. So now, let's something like start for the reading section. The reading section's title is Day, Night, and Seasons. The Earth's axis is an imaginary line that goes through space. Earth orbits the sun by the axis. As you can see here, Earth orbits the sun. These lines are Earth's imaginary axis. So you click here. Earth rotates around its axis once for 24 hours. But did you know that sometimes half of Earth always faces the sun once? So it's only not once in a while, not once in a year, not once in a month, not once in not once in a week, not once in 24 hours, not once in 12 hours, not once in 3 hours, not once in 6 hours, but it only rotates once in 24 hours. So I just asked a lot of questions, but they're not false. Only 24 is the best. Half of Earth always goes in the same direction. So as the part of the Earth faces the sun, it has light, so it is day. But the other half of the Earth doesn't face the sun, so it has no light. So it has darkness. Sunrise is the time when the sun first goes up in the sky, and sunset is the time, let's see. Sunrise is when the sun first appears in the sky, and sunset is the time when the sun disappears from the sky. So it is the start of day when it is sunrise, and it is the start of night when it is sunset. But now you can also know that the rotating Earth causes night and day. The Earth axis tilted. Part of the Earth tilts toward the sun. It gets more sunny or more hot, and it's warmer of Earth that tilts toward the sun. And that's why seasons change. Now, look back at here. You can see that it is spring, winter, fall, and summer. So Earth rotates around its axis. So that's how Earth rotates around its axis. So now, I'll open the book again. Let's do a few more questions. I'll put it on the symbol line. Now the first question. When half of the Earth faces the sun, it is night, day, or summer? Day. How long does it take for the Earth to orbit the sun? As you know, it is 1 year. Earth axis tilted, and it causes seasons. It causes day and night every 24 hours. It is a real line that exists on the Earth. No. But it causes seasons. Earth rotates around its axis. And what? It rotates every month. Is it true? No. But it does not change the weather. No. And it orbits around the sun. Yes. Its orbits around the sun is a fact about today's lesson. And now, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe me more at American Textbook Reading, Science and Social Studies from 1 to 4, but I still put the 4 up there so you can see, but it still has 4. So from 1 to 4, you also need to write American Textbook Reading, Science and Social Studies from 1 to 4, as I already said. And also write my name, Brian Stuart, Stuart, or just Brian, and then write your favorite lesson, and you can watch all of my amazing videos of the real Brian Stuart and mine. And so now, goodbye!